Now, one thing that's really cool I've never seen before, I want to show you guys here in the back seat, is this thing. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is the 2023 Ram 1500 Bighorn. This one, as spec'd, comes in just above $61,000. Now, this particular one here at this dealership is actually on sale. It's about $3,000 off. Even with that $3,000 discount, this comes in at $58,000. One thing you guys should probably know about this pickup truck is that the engine is probably in its last model year. So if you want to get this engine, you better get it now. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to. Keep watching to find out which engine this is. Just wanted to say a huge thanks to King's Jeep here in Mason, Ohio at the King's Auto Mall. Thank you for allowing me to film this video with the Jeep, and check them out if you're in the market for a new Jeep. All right, let's check out the front. As you can see, this is your headlight module. Unfortunately, these are all incandescent bulbs. I mean, every other truck in this category really do have LEDs at this point now, but this one does not. This doesn't even have DRLs. Those DRLs are pretty much on every car nowadays, even on the Jeep Cherokee that I recently reviewed, and that was only $40,000 compared to $58,000 for this one. So I'm not sure why they're not here. By the way, to see that video, click up there. On higher end models, the trim around the Ram badge is usually chromed out or blacked out, but this one is body colored. Other than that, I think that's all we got to talk about up here in the front. Let's check out the engine. So under the hood of the Ram 1500, you have a 3-liter V6 Eco Diesel. This is going to be the last year this engine's probably going to be offered. So if you want one, you better get one this year, because you're not going to be able to get this particular one. So now let's talk about the horsepower and torque. This is a diesel, so you know you have a lot of torque. 480 pound-feet to be exact. And the horsepower is only 260, which I don't understand how that works, but that is what you have. The towing capacity for the Bighorn with the diesel here is 7,950 pounds, and the fuel economy is 21 city, 29 highway, and 21 combined. Let's talk about the side profile of the Ram 1500. As you are all familiar with, this has been here for a while now, so nothing special going on the side here. There's a Ram badge on the driver door, and there is a sport decal here on the side of this bed here. That is literally just a decal. It's just a sticker. It doesn't really mean anything. Next up, let's take a look at the wheels here. These are 18-inch wheels wrapped in 275/65 R18 tires. So these are pretty fat. One thing you probably don't know is if you have the bigger wheels, that means you have a smaller tire. And if you have a smaller tire, your towing capacity goes down ever so slightly. But if that makes a difference when you're maxing out your towing capacity, well, that's good to know. So remember, if you want a truck that is going to tow, make sure to get the bigger tires and the smaller wheels. Next up, let's talk about the tailgate here. As you can see, these are your same incandescent lights, no LEDs here either. This is your Bighorn badge. Here's your actual horns and the 4x4 badge down here. Here is your rear view camera, and under that there's a button which you pop the tailgate open with, and it's a soft open. It is not automatically opening or closing, but it's a soft open, so you can just let it drop easily. Next up, let's talk about the bed. As you can see, this is really just a bare bones bed back here. No charging ports, nothing special, no speakers, no luxury things back here at all. And this will be fine for most people, obviously, because not everyone needs speakers back here or charging ports. Not everyone's going to use this truck that way. But you will be glad to know that at all corners of the bed, there are hooks where you can tie stuff down with. So at least that's there for you whenever you need to use it. Almost forgot. This bed, lengthwise, looks pretty small, so I'm thinking this is just a short bed and not the standard or the long bed versions that the Ram also comes in. Before we check out the interior, I also wanted to mention that this truck does come with dual chrome tip exhausts. If that is something you're a fan of, you have it here. Checking out the door panel here, guys, as you can see, you have a little fake wood trim here. This is your soft plastic, and for your handrest here, it's even softer. Wow, this is pretty good. And this is the cloth trim over here, and you have your normal window and mirror controls right there as well. This is for your phone and whatever small change you want to put there maybe. And here I'm glad to say that this will actually hold big water bottles, not just the small ones. Over here on the left side of the driver, you have your headlight controls, and this is your parking brake. You pull it to turn on, then push it to turn off. Next up, before we hop inside, let's check out the seats here. These are fully cloth seats. There's no leather on here. Probably good for durability on a work truck if you're going to use this for work. This is a 6-way adjustable seat, so comes forward and back. This one will raise up the front of the seat, as well as the whole seat moves forward and back. And this is your lumbar support, which only comes out forward and back. It does not go up and down. So that would be over here. While we're here, I would like to quickly mention that the passenger side seat is actually manually adjusted, as you can see here. Here is your view from inside the Ram. That hood is quite high up, so there's not a lot you can see under there. And one thing I want to mention is these side mirrors are actually heated mirrors. If you can see that little icon there, that means they are heated. Let's start up the truck. Put your foot on the brake, press the start stop button. All right. As you can see, you have a little driver information display in the middle. As you can see, you have your speedometer on the right and then your RPM dial on the left, as well as other small dials for your fuel economy, engine temperature, and so on. Here on the steering wheel itself, you have your media controls with your phone controls over here. This is for your cruise control and the safety systems that the truck comes with. And you only have one stock that is on the left here. That is for your signal as well as your wipers. I've never seen that before. Is this something normal in the Ram trucks? Let me know in the comments. Here under the start stop button, you have your gear dial. These are your configuration for 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, high, low, and so on. Up here you have a 12-volt cigarette lighter style power outlet, as well as a small cubby to put whatever small things you want. You can actually fit a phone in there too, by the way. Here in the center console, this is a small 8-inch screen. I do have to say I was expecting a bigger screen here, but the good thing to note is this is pretty quick. This is not slow at all by any means. At least that's good. A lot of times what you have is really big screens, but they're really slow to respond. That's useless, right? So this is good. All right, moving down here, you have your hazards and your mute button, as well as the screen off button. You can simply turn off the screen. There you go. And this is your volume and a tuner knob. Very good to see that still around. These are your temperature controls. These are for your heated seats, 3-level heated seats up here in the front, as well as a heated steering wheel. This is your traction control off button, and then your tow haul button right there, and then your trailer brake gains right there as well. That is optional thing that is on this truck, but it is here. Buttons like these feel so premium. I think more manufacturers should include them. Down here you have your 2 USB-C, an aux jack, as well as 2 USB-A ports. Then down here you have 2 cup holders, as well as some storage over here as well. And check this out. You can push this button and bring this back about that much. You can still have the cup holders here and you can put stuff in there, or you can press it and completely hide the cup holders and you have even more storage down here. Now that is really cool. One thing I also really like is if you see here in the driver's footwell, there is a space to put stuff in there. This is really nice, and not a lot of manufacturers are doing this, but I'm glad Ram is. Next up, center console. As you can see, this is a small cubby up here. There's a USB-A port right there. Now let's look at under the whole center console. Wow, that is amazingly big inside. Now there is a divider here. As you can see, this will stop the stuff from rolling around. Because this comes back, this is actually a big compartment that is included in the center console itself. So if you drop this down, you can see these are old Ram trucks in there. Now that is a pretty cool Easter egg, and I bet you guys didn't know that. Unfortunately, this thing only slides forward and back. It doesn't actually come out. You cannot pull it out. But wait, there's more. Look at this. This is the underside of the center console. And as you can see, if you're at a work site and you need any of this information, well, this Ram has got you covered. All right, let's check out this passenger door panel. As you guys can see, it is pretty much the same construction. And then here is your BIGHORN badge. And if you click this button, it reveals a storage area. And there's a small LED light in there. You guys can see right there. Very cool. This is your glove box down here. It is not that big, I have to say. I mean, look at this. For a big truck like this, this is like 6 inches deep. My God, what do they got back there? And once more, you have a little cool storage compartment that I showed you guys earlier. This is really thoughtful. Let's talk about the back seat in the Ram here. As you can see, there is a lot of space here. Honestly, I don't even need to waste my time getting in here and showing you guys how much space there is. There are seat back pockets over here on both sides. Good. There's cup holders here, air vents, and small storage. There's no charging ports or anything in the middle there. These seats do flip up if you don't want to use them, like so. As you can see, both seats can go up like that, and that's a lot of space for your dog to roam around here if you have pets. Now, one thing that's really cool I've never seen before, I want to show you guys here in the back seat, is this thing. Open it up, and there is a storage inside. But not only that, there is a ruler here, both in inches and in centimeters. Additionally, you can also take this thing out, and there's storage in that too. So you don't have to put it in here, but you can put stuff in there and keep it hidden from all the prying eyes that are out there. What's more is you also have these hooks here that you can use to tie stuff down with. Now that is pretty cool, and I've never seen it before. Also, it's not just this one. There's another one that works exactly the same way on the other side. Did you guys know about these? These are really cool, both of them. I've never seen anything like this in a truck, so that gets a thumbs up. Alrighty guys, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Let me know what you guys want to see next, and I'll see you next time. Peace.